Welcome to the Night Show. I'm your host, TK Diz, Isaac, Quicksip, and Orion. You know what you can call me. And I welcome you back to our nightly adventure, our journey through Final Fantasy 16, where we're back home and this is wartime.
This isn't an invasion. It's a massacre.
Even though this is most likely a trap.
Nothing.
Why do this?
Clive, we can get through here.
This seems really weird to have a tutorial on Protect right now. Like, also, I feel like we've seen this already, but basically Protect sends a barrier. Which just means, looks like we're gonna have to hit them even more. I have no idea why he just kept blasting. Who doesn't just love to bring the thunder? Well, the way forward is apparently on a goddamn ladder. I'm well aware why you said that line, Magus. I'm just not responding to it because, partially just because so much what goes on. I will say one thing of note, that these are technically not Rosalith's soldiers, I think. It's kind of hard to tell.
Look what we have here. Gentlemen!
Maybe get 10 more guys, you might have a chance. What level are these guys? 26? Am I reading that right? You got 2 levels on you. Yeah, I want to say 26.
Cut them down! With me, men! For the Emperor! Out of our way!
Did the dog cast Protect? Stop using magic. It's weird. I will say something weird. I don't know if this is just the mode I picked the game in, but it is kind of weird when like the character keeps spamming an attack I'm not having him use, because I'm literally just pressing the attack button. But sometimes he'll shift into abilities without me even doing prompt. Because I admittedly did pick the more story mode because that's my thing. These are all meant to be games to entertain, and I care more for a game's story than every little gameplay detail. If the game's story is not worth it, I would not give a damn, like, playing it. Like, if I find disappointment in the story, it's not gonna keep me entertained. Like, you can have amazing gameplay, but if your story sucks, I don't care. Like, for example, like, for those of you who played, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I remember there was something, the way, well, for Tears of the Kingdom less, I'm guessing, if I remember from what I heard. But for Breath of the Wild, like, you could apparently go and fight the final boss literally as soon as you left the first area. It's not advised, you wouldn't do that, but you can. And it's an incredibly stupid way to do it, it's because you know nothing about the game, you'd see nothing about the world. You know, mist alone is annoying. The poison mist, come on. You deserve these claws. Alright, where to go next? Not what I meant to do. So go up. That's right, just hold it.
It's the out. Get out of my city or die.
Alright, now let's see. You know, how many places are we reaching just by apparently just climbing something? Of course, we're literally in a destroyed city, so... All because they decided to massacre shit. As a trap for us. Did they really make a barricade for us? And then fail to even do anything with it? Damn. Reinforcements? How lovely. Give me more XP. I'm not really sure why he's just using spells. Like, I'm not hitting the button for fire. Oh, there goes your protect. Did you know the phrase, the best defense is the good offense? Man, your protect really did no good to you. Well, you got the claws now. God, I really, really want to see what the next dominant abilities we're gonna steal.
Set her loose.
They have a curl.
You know, despite what she said, that doesn't seem that impressive. Not even just me as a... Me and, like, the game, literally, because it doesn't seem like anything different we've killed before. To me, it just seems like it's the same thing I've fought, like, a million times in Final Fantasy XIV. Which I'm almost positive is where they took this from. Which I say took this from, but literally the guy who wrote Final Fantasy XIV... Well, actually, multiple people from Final Fantasy XIV are literally part of this project. And 14, despite its initial launch being pretty weak, has pretty much improved as a game over and over since A Realm Reborn, which was literally the reset they did to the game. Also, I just realized I'm having it staggered and I'm not using a Lone Break.
Up to something.
Press the attack.
We need to stop it. Whatever it takes.
Okay.
It's down.
Is it though? That's not exactly a staggered.
Attack.
name it break. Damn it! Wait, did it kill us at the same time we died? That's... How does that count? I guess we won and we're level 29 now. I guess because we... Maybe it's actually, it's not that we were killed beforehand, it's... We took a hit beforehand.
Jill!
Really?
We meet at last, Sid. Or should I say, Lord Rosfield? I've been looking for you for a very long time.
Yeah, but only mostly just because of a time skip.
I'm so glad you accepted my invitation. I went to some trouble with the decorations. Do you like what I've done with the place?
Bastard!
Such a pity your predecessor couldn't join us. But I am sure you will prove compelling company. Be still, little snowflake. I would not have you melt before your starring moment.
I love how he just knows. I mean, he's probably faced her before. Well, no, he has, I mean. Still remember with the whole thing with Benedicta.
Fuck.
That action scene, I swear, the amount that they take from 14 is because I've seen the characters do that action so many times. But the weird that they did that, like, just punch their hand kind of like thing, it doesn't seem like a pumped up thing.
To the festivities.
Wait, was he seriously choking her the entire time? I think he would have loosened his grip once, but they were handcuffed.
That's just great, that is. I suppose it's up to me then.
Playable Gavin? Finally! I wonder how you play as someone with one eye.
Headsman!
Who the fuck's that?
Where do you want me?
What the actual fuck? Why would you need that big of a helmet?
That's no more than she deserves for getting into bed with an outlaw.
We should get into mine.
Like, seriously, just imagine that axe. Like, how
Your presence.
big? Who would you keep killing with? Like, are you gonna summon her into Shiva? I don't think an axe that big. Plus, summoning her into Shiva would not be.
Gav.
Oh, that's still no playable Gav.
Crystal fetters are a bastard to open, just so you know. Don't worry, I'll have them off before you can blink.
Where's Jill?
In the courtyard.
Shit.
We have to hurry.
The Imperials have sounded the retreat and cleared out of the castle. But the place is still swarming with Kupka's men.
Leave it to me.
I'll make my way up top and circle round the back. Quick as you like, eh? Nearly forgot.
Is that my platinum blade? Did they keep his sword nearby? And I get it for probably story-wise they're doing it, but it's still just a really funny...
I have to get to the courtyard.
So like, you're literally gonna put the sword right nearby. Like, not even like in a treasure chest or like any imprisonment area, like an armory, or hell, even try to. Well, then again, I don't think the sword would matter, but.
Don't you let her die.
But you gotta admit, it's just funny to imagine they just left his sword nearby his cell. Seriously, like, would you even need the axe that big? Like, come on.
I hope you've got a plan, Clive, because we are fucked if you don't.
They didn't capture. Either they didn't capture Court, or the dog just broke out by itself. I don't know which one's better thought. Wait, what the fuck's going on? Why is the dog glowing?
It's a bloody wolf!
Okay, who heard the... Like, is Turtle evolving? Oh my god! He's a thunder wolf! How, I was kidding about the evolving joke. The wolf fucking evolved.
Can you stand?
Apparently those cuffs are not that hard to get out of.
Come, Lord Rosfield. Don't tell me you tire of my entertainment. Enough! Yes. Perhaps it is time we served the main repast. I trust you are hungry!
Need this?
Much obliged.
Stay close. We're getting out of here. Toggle, thank you.
Best dog. They brought a level 17 into this. Come on, we're far out level 17.
That includes you, Toggle.
And they're not just getting crushed, I'll admit that much. Ooh, staggered? Guess what happens when I stagger you? I'm gonna go combo.
Where did this lot come from?
Jill, can you still fight?
Has she not been? You miss the ice. Over that, the person who just attacked me apparently just failed their attack.
Still breathing, are you?
Excellent. Then Lord Kupka's reward shall be ours.
I thought bad news always came in threes.
Let them come.
Really? Poison mist again.
Torgal.
Sorry, guys. I need. Unfortunately, I know it's a terrible timing, but we'll be right back shortly after a small break. I'm being called away for a reason. Alright, maybe I'll message you in like 10 minutes. And we are back. Sorry as always when those situations happen, but I don't really get a lot of control in certain aspects and certain things, so the best I can say is you just gotta roll with me when these happen. And I apologize for whenever they do. Some people, they just don't, what's the word? When you're busy, but it happens. So, sorry, I left you guys in the middle of a cutscene where we apparently were even smashed. But I'll extend our time a little bit, partially because I just feel a lot more right playing. Amount of times we just get hit and have to dodge. I do really enjoy the counter thing, admittedly, because it gives us a chance to counter, because, let's be honest, it is really annoying in the middle of a fight when you are trying. Oh, I should use a limit break right now. I could use the healing. I'm gonna Toro heal for a little more bonus healing. And that's it for this fight.
It's over.
For now. But I bet that wasn't the last of them. And they won't stop hunting us until
he's got
Cook is
more.
dead. So you get in there and finish the job, eh?
Go on. If they come again, we'll hold them back.
So it's literally just gonna be me and
Be
him.
careful.
And I don't mind it, but my guess, because it's going to be a dominant fight, and we only really usually keep having one dominant at once. Although I'll be honest, I would really love to see when multiple dominants fighting. Like, imagine Phoenix and like Shiva and freaking Ifrit literally taking one opponent at once.
Trouble on the way.
You literally just sent wave after wave. Just older.
Entertainment. How gratifying. Have you come to defend your father's throne, Lord Rosfield? The Grand Duchy of Rosaria. A realm without a ruler, an army, even a people. A veritable kingdom of dust. Truly, I see no throne to defend.
Damn.
Enough of your games, Cooker. Just tell me what you want.
Sid's head in a box. Imagine my disappointment when I learned that he met his end at the hand of another.
I still miss Sid. He really felt like he could be an end party game member. No, like 7.
Damned name.
Really wish they would show us what was in the box. Like, I get it's Benedicta's corpse.
Master slew Benedicta Harmon and defiled her body.
It just feels like a lot.
If you choose to bear that murderer's name, then you shall answer for his crimes.
Ironically, he's a little off on that. Which makes me wonder, how does he know it was Sid who did it?
I shall answer for are my own. Sid did everything in his power to save that woman, though she was long past saving. And so
The weird thing is, despite how much he loves her, and it might maybe not even weird to describe it, is it's more tragic, is he might have loved her, but she did not. Yep, he's learning that who actually killed. Well, he didn't defile her body. Was the weird thing.
You killed her.
I did.
Then I am fortunate indeed. I had thought the most I could wish for was to take the life of one he loved, just as he did to me.
I mean, they didn't have any lovers. Then again, you could have killed his kid.
I was wrong.
And remember the fact that Sid had a kid?
And I shall.
But she never was a main character. Ooh, we're gonna get Angry Titan mode.
We shared a dream. I would be the king of the world.
Just because you're Titan.
You would be my queen. And together, we would rule like the gods we are. But you crushed that dream. Grounded it.
Hey, it's not like Clive meant to kill Sid.
Rose for you. You will pay for what you've done. I'll tear you apart with my hands.
Ooh, really good to kill Titan now.
And what of you? How many people have you killed? How many dreams have you crushed?
I like this is a little more of a fun comment.
You're not the only one who's seen their world fall apart around them. You'll get no pity from me, Kuka. No pity. And no mercy. Now die!
Oh, they have the same line. I love it. Well, wasn't expecting that.
It is time you learned what becomes of those who dare to cross me. Cross!
Fortunately, you got no landslide, you got no nothing. Come on, man, I don't need to be a warrior of leg to take you down. I'm just gonna use the power of sword. Come on, you're not even a pugless. No monks? I will say, he fights exactly the way you think someone with earth and like heavy hitting attacks would feel. Like he literally feels like what I would expect someone who wields the power of earth and like Titan to be. I'm not even surprised like we haven't done actually that much damage to him yet, because let's be honest, this actually feels better for someone who seems as strong as the earth itself.
You will die by my hand, Frostfield. My hatred for you is unending.
But you got no landslide, so you still ain't the worst Titan I've faced.
Your grave!
What? Oh, shit.
But the problem with fighting such a character is you're basically a heavy hitter. You're a mighty glacier. He's got a lot of hits. Like, look, he's already been knocked out of the whole earth form. And they're really out of breath. I think it's been a while since we've seen Clive out of breath. God, I wonder how he's going to react when we steal his power. And I was right back to being the Titan. It actually does make you wonder, would someone with a power, if a dominant would be more powerful if they were in an area more of there, like, I can't imagine you'd find too many examples in, at least for Ramut. Because, let's be honest, like, what chance does... Oh, you do have a landslide! Still not as scary. At least you can't beat me by automatically putting me in crystals. That would be a terrible way to freaking make a boss fight of these guys. I know I'm referencing, it's just me remembering Titan from Final Fantasy XIV. I remember he was one of the few, when I was at least to the point when trying to solo the game, not something you would do unless you found a way to grind like hell. I'm purposely going to stand right here. At a low level to do that, like with me, the reason I was only able to do that is, admittedly, I'm not a perfect fan of like buying a lot of things in game just to get ahead. But the only reason I did that was, for an example, a class I wanted to actually play, instead of waiting until the next expansion with a class I wasn't really having too much fun playing anyways. I did buy ahead the Dark Knight with a higher level. But I only did that for the example because I really wanted to play Dark Knight, and you can only get Dark Knight once you defeat get into Heaven's Ward. And the first, I say technically the first official expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. It's weird I'm talking about Final Fantasy XIV when I'm playing Final Fantasy XVI, but it's just one of those aspects of a game that I just think a lot of the games choose to remind me of it. That's why I'm not even surprised to see that he himself right now has the power of using an ability like Landslide. But yeah, Titan was a very strong primal, but one of the only reasons I couldn't solo him is he had an automatic ability that seemed to automatically take me out of the fight. So once I literally got another person to help me play, oh well, they also soloed him pretty quickly, but when I got put in the heart, they were able to either free me or they just killed the monster himself. I miss the days when I can just solo a fight. Get out! God, he keeps... This... I'm actually really pissed about that, because that is not what I kept trying to do. I literally was trying to shift away from him at the end there. At least we start back right here. With items and all that restarted. Oh, I think that's partly why I couldn't do what I was trying to do as well, but that was cheap. I will say the least amusing aspect is, so far that's only been our second death. And it's literally the first death I want to say was what, to Garuda? And amusingly, dying to Hugo here is just a little funny because the only other person to have gotten us killed at least once was his so-called lover who he wants revenge on. I'm saying so-called because while they did have the whole, it seems a lot of that was a lot more just her manipulating him. I will say I very love when we're doing an attack like that, we're not forced into it. Be hit by their attack. Not gonna get that. So this is doing just what I needed to. Yeah, what was I saying before? remember I was talking about Final Fantasy 14, but I cannot remember what the fuck I was talking about. Titan was just, he was a very fun boss fight, but he was also one of those ones you just can't solo. Like, it didn't matter I was higher level than him or not, because I literally could not get past that hard thing. It was like almost an automatic loss regardless, and there's no way I could do the... Is he doing that same abilities from last time? Nope! You don't get to use that on me twice, dude. Yeah, I kind of hope when we get Kingdom Hearts 4, if we can get a sequence of Sora being able to do something like that, just regularly dodge and the opponent's attack with like a prompt like that. But I'll tell you this, Titan Key is one of the most iconic summons you'd probably see. How's it feel? Go. You know what? I'm gonna end this with a frickin' limit break. Oh, and he's got staggered anyways. Just to show you, you had no chance. And a little bit of using her power. Okay, I might not be able to end it with a limit break. That's why I will say the one thing about the limit breaks is they don't last long enough. Still, I got back to full health. That's gotta feel bad. Everything you've attempted, literally none of it worked. Okay, you gotta hit on me. More because I'm getting caught on my own attacks. Boom. Hugo Kupka defeated. Well, the speedier fighter won against the tougher one, Earth Shard. Celsius. Good for burning fat. But of course, I don't think our fight with Titan's over just yet. I mean, we still haven't even faced Titan. They're still looking it out. Damn. Kind of shows why just an all-out offense when your opponent is literally against just to just keep punching is easiest way to get rid of that. Get rid of his hands. Looks like we're stealing the power of Titan. I really hope one day it does explain how we get this. Now I'm still curious. Who's going to be the Titan of... Or not, the Dominate of Water? That's usually Leviathan. Now it looks like we're going to get to the point where we're facing... Big guy.
I'll fucking kill you.
If only he just stepped.
There. You mustn't get yourself worked up.
Wait!
Who's there?
Another time, Mythos.
Mythos. That's a new one. Was that Ultima? Oh man, we're not gonna get to fight Titan. Better be the next sequence. Damn, I'm sorry. Torgo looks like a badass.
I think so.
Well, load of scum. Who the fuck invited them? Not that that's the
I hope that's just out of
surprise we've had today. Where did you learn to do that, Torgal?
Oh, so that's an ability of Torgal's now.
Not telling, eh? Suit yourself.
I mean, can you...
Gav, we have to find Clive.
Right, sorry.
You missed one.
We were worried.
So was I. I was so close. If it hadn't been for my gift, I would have finished him.
I'm just glad you got out of there alive.
When did the Royalists arrive?
Right after you went inside. Just when we thought we were shot of Titans lot. In pile Odins. Not enough of them to worry us, though.
No. You didn't see the one who took Kuka away.
So, what? You think they came here to save him? Well, I'll be fucked if I know what's going on, but every minute we spend racking our brains, that bastard's getting further away. So what do we do?
We go back to the hideaway. I'm too tired to think. As are you, by the looks of it. And after what Jill's been through.
It looks like Titan's gonna be another day.
Shall we?
Damn.
Aye.
And here I thought we'd just meet... I mean, if we actually go to the hideout. I still remember the whole thing with Gerudo where we still ended up fighting her after we stole her power.
Hey, how you feeling? Ready to go home?
Twilight Rose. Revisit the past. Does not feel like an actual moment. Alright then.
Just look at the state of you. You're more of a wreck than this place. Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest. Fine. I'll rest.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's. Back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
And what the hell were those Royalists doing there?
I mean, weren't they technically in an alliance?
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
And I'll talk to Torms.
The lawsman. About what?
About your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before, I'm betting Torms will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our asses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
That's actually a
and you do the
really good
same.
point.
Jill, listen to Taya.
I will. Thank you.
Bolts from the blue. The power of Earth. Climb has claimed a portion of the Icon Titan's essence. Tuning with Titan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Wind Up, a singular strike that increases potency when charged. The abilities are detailed on the abilities in the main menus. Titan's Feet. Titan's iconic feat, Titanic Block, can be used to fend off most incoming attacks. Using Square immediately after a perfectly timed precision block will initiate devastating counters. We are probably not going to see too much of that. Just my luck, I'm going to forget we have a defense. On that note, now that I'm almost positive before we do anything else.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
This way. I was getting turned around on this damn place.
Jill would
I'm gonna go to the black camera and see if we can get us a new sword. Watch, it will have something to do with Titan, because they always do. Use the forge. Well, not Titan. I mean, nothing so far. It's possible maybe we were gonna have to fight Titan, but wait. Are we already wielding this sword?
And
What is the weapon we have currently? Wow, we already have this, damn. Well, I guess I was wrong. No, because he did mention initiates, which, honest to God, I'm 90% sure we're just gonna see if I go look around. No? Intriguing. Well, let's go to Clive's chambers and see what's there. My reading table. Homecoming. Apologize for what happened at Rosalith. I fear what might have been not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall be forever grateful. Be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home, reduced to flame and rubble, has left me with such sadness in my heart. But the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. All quiet in the Dominion. The Domeks and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost that they realize that what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they stepped in. If I were a man to lay a wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. A flame none brighter. My lord Marcus, I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at the Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into the still wind those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. Well, that just confirms that Tyler died. For any days here, who the fuck is Tyler, the other knight we fought with back then? Yeah, he wasn't the most important character, honestly, that he was pretty much seen as killed, but it's still sad to know just another friend we're not going to reunite with. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and am proud to stand alongside you once again. An apple a day. Lad from the yard ran up to basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze, they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. Was a time you'd catch none but Sid subbing on these, but what for their foul bite? But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented, our ability to make it on our own. Look at us now. Sid would be proud. Bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrose, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clyde? I'm honestly surprised by that. Alright, looks like that's literally all of them. I think all these initiatives were literally just that. Little story details, which, I'll be honest, are at least kind of a unique and cool. It's interesting to see little details, and I like how the little characters are just speaking into it. That also explains why we didn't see any side quest. For some reason I thought it was like a notice, like, oh, a new quest arrived. No biggie though. Let's see where the new story goes.
Not all of the nobles made it out. Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
She's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the Cursebreakers and their other friends in the West, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still
Who the hell are you?
Mid.
Oh, Mid.
When did you get back?
Wait. Sid's daughter is named Mid. Oh, what?
Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria, all the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You.
I was gonna say, when the hell were we gonna see Sid's daughter?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here.
Any road.
You could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
No, wait, that's Vivian.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
What's wrong with the Tempest?
Oi, Otto, you got my gill. Huh? What are you on about? My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Right now, I'm getting Sarah pranking vibes from her. Or Saris. Which I honestly don't mind. I like Saris as a character. She's not the best in every beat about her character, but there's no such thing as the perfect character. You're always going to love everything they do.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to
I
turn the
loved-
room down there into a workshop like the one
I love how I just literally...
You've only just come back.
And I've been thinking
This makes me
about
wonder if the fact that we barely know Mid as a character, is it just because she literally hasn't been
Told me
in the
everything
game
he knew
yet?
about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my neck to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Quest accepted. Well. Work.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Sid's gonna chop off Kupka's head this time.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you?
Hello, now they were talking about we're gonna cut Titan's head off. I like the thought just because it's funny and amusing that they literally think we're just gonna cut his head off now. I mean, obviously the plan's going to be to kill Titan, but because I mean he's not a good guy. He doesn't look like he's gonna get a redemption story, and or if it is, it's gonna be a real break the Hardy moment for him. But it's still just a funny thing. Funny thing, like we cut out his arms. Now they think maybe we'll go for the head this time.
You can make them.
Bloody hell. Was she planning to build with this stuff? An airship?
That'd actually be kind of cool.
Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
Welcome to the fun, Lime.
My thanks. And mids, no doubt.
Alright, now time to talk to Sharon. I'll say it'll probably be something electric, especially with the title Bolts.
Wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
List of materials.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us.
See,
If it weren't for her
it always...
filters, we'd have naught to drink but blind.
It's honestly nice when, you know, the merchant, you know, shows honor and, like, will.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Aaron.
Like, honest to God.
Who's the carpenter? Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Like, showing, like, the honor and, like, it reminds me, one of my favorite stories, well, I can't say my favorite story, but, what's the word I'm looking for here? Where is it? Let's say, from one of my favorite series, one of the stories I read in that series had, a moment when one of the merchants, he was shown to be pretty honorable and, like, understanding, you know what? I was friends with your old man. I'll cut you some slack. So, I'll take a discount for all this. And, like, he gives money back, especially he was from a race that was literally, you know, hey, we're money grubbing. We want all the money we can get. We'll scam you out of business, and, like, you gotta pay for your services. Like, but he showed honor, and that's nice. Like, a merchant not being, you know, crazy.
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll
Am I thinking, why did they make their hideaway on the water?
Spare Mid all the time I have, but
I mean, Leviathan would probably just kill the fuck out of us.
I see.
Thing, I don't know if
Don't have to
Leviathan
be
is
me,
in
though,
this
does he?
game.
What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Alright, well, since we're going to Martha's Rest, let's go. Yeah, you know what? I still don't know how I feel about the world map. I mean, we're warping all over the place, but I mean, we already have the obelisk, which, you know, I don't know.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Alright, the ruins of Cressida. You know, some of these places, just the names, I don't even know how to respond to them. So I'm like, then again, it might just be because I was watching at one point Gotham Knights, and then one of the characters, well, she never played a big part, was referred to, was the Cressida clerk, but I think I'm just running further and further into the, well, no, I do want to go this way. Yeah, sometimes those icons do not help. Yeah, there was a character named Cressida Clark, and, well, I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, Gotham Knights was a series that, while had some focus on its characters, wasn't perfect in its aspects. And honest to God, I wish the series had more of a chance to grow. But sadly, it was canceled after its first series, ending on a cliffhanger, and, well, first season, not series. But it was, and honestly, like, despite what people comment about it, like, I feel like it could have grown into a very interesting and unique world. But sadly, it was a series that was cut down because companies sometimes just want to make more money, and if they don't see something as profitable, they just won't. And honestly, sometimes some things just aren't considered as profitable and just what people expect. We're automatically dismounted. Like, we're not allowed to stay on a mount.
Saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves.
Damn.
But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you?
Yep.
Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Alright. Time to kill. Well, just remind me, do we have Torgal with us? Yes, only Torgal. Jill's resting. I think that's the only reason this game doesn't have a legit like party system like with 15, for example. Because the entire point that you were always with your brothers, well, brothers in the case of like, you know, Brotherhood and, well, actually no, fuck, those three were literally basically your brothers. Fatal Attraction. Defeat 5 enemies in the air after using Deadly Embrace. Okay, I can, well, excluding if you were in the Hall of Virtue. A feature I honestly don't see why would we, it's just for training, but we have never renewed the training. Literally, we've only died twice, and the second time I would call for BS. Are they 28 now? Oh yeah, they're 28 now. God, I don't remember ever fighting a level 27. It might have happened, because all these fights kind of go a little quick, but... Yeah, I would say this, definitely going back to mine. I know I'm a little, like, disconnected with my statements, but I'm just noting what's going on as I'm playing. But a thing to note is just the sheer fact we are another wave. Damn, like every little beastie just wants us right now. So I just realized something. We don't have Titan's abilities at all. I think we actually have to go and add it. Damn. I'll probably say this, I'm not going to add Titan's abilities. I've got nothing against it, but they seem, my base, I'm guessing, are a little more... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I might see if I can't switch up and add Titan's abilities in. Because while Ramuts are interesting at least, I wouldn't mind switching them out to see who else is there. Plus these I feel like take longer. Somehow. Like, I don't think that makes them as effective. And I just used a high potion by accident. I mean, honest God, we'll probably get another one because it feels like a lot of the loot we keep coming across is the same damn loot. Okay, none of my abilities are working. I've wasted a good amount of stagger. I mean, the thing's almost dead anyways, but... yeah.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot.
Short?
Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
You know, I have to wonder, how hard is it to get to these various places?
That should take care of Mid's little list.
Like, we can already warp back home. Like, he's just gonna get to the hideaway. Alright, Mid, where are you?
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
I will say, the fact that, despite the fact that I'm mocking the idea Mid is the name of Sid's daughter, I do think it's actually a reference to another character. I'm just not sure.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
I think the character I'm thinking of is from Final Fantasy V, though. Or no, not 5. Frick, 4 maybe?
By the name of Bernard.
No, wait, I think it was Bart's game.
Rest.
Or was it 3? Shit, there's so many Final Fantasies, I can't remember. Especially remember all of them, because I think the character is
Anything else you need?
named Mid, but with an I in it. Not an I,
I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets
an
here, we
E
can get to
at the
work.
end of it.
I can't wait.
Well, there's definitely a Mid that's Final Fantasy 14, but that's with an E.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Let's just look that up real quick. Because I'm definitely freaking curious about this one. There are some of the Final Fantasy games I just don't remember perfectly. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking Final Fantasy 3, but I'm not seeing... Oh no, yeah, I'm thinking of Mid from Final Fantasy 14. It's just different spelling. Ooh, now there are side quests. Alright, let's see what these side quests are as well. I mean, one of them is literally on the way, and the other one's gonna be like this. Honest to God, I don't mind it. Wait. One of them is literally... Okay, so it looks like we're gonna continue the main story while doing this as well.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Now we'll talk to you.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens.
Yeah, just really, it reminds me, what does that mean? Like, why is it would be hard to remove a Cursebreaker's brand? Like,
really worth the risk.
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden. And we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential. And we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Desperate.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblot like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Alright, I didn't get to prioritize. Well, we'll find it anyways. Alright, now to go get the next side quest. Now, where is it? Whoa.
Yeah, what's everyone whispering about?
Alright, now what's this one?
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. Of course, that's what we're going to go do.
We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Alright. Now, let's go and take these problems head on, one step at a time. Alright. Hawk's Cry Cliff. Another better question, are we going to find the Ambrosia, or are we finding the Curse Breakers?
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Well, answered my question before I can... And I just remember I never switched remote for Titan.
Over here. Get him.
I will say this, I'm curious what Titan's magic spell is. Like, will it be Quake or something like that? I don't even know that these have anything to do with our side quests. We're literally just killing them because they're here. I don't want to grind the XP. I will say this, Torgal never goes missing from a fight. He's always with us since we got him back. Actually, was he in a lot of the... Damn, that was a good amount of XP. Okay, and now before I forget... Gear and icon. Alright, as much as I like your remote, your abilities, we can put Titan in there, but we can keep remote's abilities. Alright, let's try Wind Up, and, oh, I'm pretty sure I have to select this. Upheaval. Do you know, do we ever get better gear than this? This gear feels way too... Okay, I'm gonna definitely have to see about upgrading these gears. Badge of Might. See if we got anything for this. That just increases. Wind Up. Okay, at least that is better than what we have. Like, all right, let's see what boosts we get from Titans.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
You know, I'm just reminded of a joke I heard where a video on the original Shrek video with the
Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at it.
Shrek, where freaking Donkey is being asked to find a flower, and Donkey notes this would be, he's looking for a certain color of the flower, and notes that it would be a lot easier if he wasn't colorblind, and they commented, well, he finds the right flower anyways because they're all the same color. This makes me actually wonder, are donkeys actually colorblind? I mean, obviously, it could have just been a joke, but it just makes you think, like, would a donkey actually be colorblind? It's not worth the Google, but it's just a curious detail if you ask me. It's the sheer idea of Donkey being colorblind. Obviously, you can see the curse breakers right there, but as we can see, as always, items. Oh, Cole's still alive.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
Clive is a very interesting character. Like, I will know, like, well, he does have his moments of sorrow, especially in Darkness, because the guy goes through a lot. Like, again, I wouldn't call it wasting for him, especially because he goes through a lot. I mean, he believes he murdered his brother. Well, he thought someone murdered his brother at one point, but at one point, but later turns out that he did it. His dad is killed. His mom is a traitor, and, you know, is literally insulting everything that had to do with his home. All because it looks like she just wanted more power.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Damn it, I tried to dodge that too. Well, these goblins don't look like they're gonna be tough. Now let's just see. Was that? Wait, no, it's probably Torgal healing us. Okay, I don't mind switching to Titan. And you know what? Because I can. Limit break! Yeah, I'll be honest, I am definitely one of the guys who, like, having an auto healing while I'm battling, like, the more I hit you, the harder I heal is honest. Oh, so it's stone, that's what the ability was. Makes sense. I was gonna say, Quake feels too high of a spell. Let's see if I can do a precise block. Nope.
Nice try.
I feel bad though replacing the electric ability for this, but my only thing is, like, the only reason I did it was because damn, and limit break, but the only thing is, the reason I did it was because the electric abilities feel like they have too slow of a build up for their attacks to feel useful. While Garoots at least have a lot of damage, and so does the Phoenix abilities. So, like, they seem worth it for me to use. And Titans don't come across that bad. And it looks like with that much experience, I think we're either almost to, oh no, we're almost to a level up. I would say these Titans would probably add these side quests, not Titans, sorry, I'm thinking of Titans.
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Alright, on that note, we're going to return to the hideaway. Yeah, I'll be honest. The world map, like, honestly, I don't hate it, but I do wish we kind of didn't rely on it for, like, every location. But, like, for all these side quests, it does make it useful. I don't know. I'm just going to call the world map as something hard. See if I don't like it or don't.
A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of
woefully? I wrecked those goblins
without considering all the risks. I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Not bad. I mean, it definitely is the way of command, I'm going to say. Like, you can't just have people dot in you. You know, I don't know how I feel about the level ups. I feel like the higher we get as level, it just doesn't feel any different. Side quest. About to forget the side quest. Let's fix the camera angle. I hope they'll just explain what. Am I missing something about these brands? Like, why are they so hard to remove?
Too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's...
Okay, so if it's not just ink, then maybe that's why it's hard. Oh, there's poison in it. Damn. Okay, that explains why.
Pain. Days of agony as the wound...
It sounds like something more ingrained into the skin.
A physica to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
I like the Clive. He can remind people why it's good to do what they do. Sometimes you just need to be reminded, do what you do. And there's a reason for why you fight the good fight.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades.
Because in the end, there is always that reason.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight.
Do they really have to have a character named Tomes?
Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
So he's a child of Fenrir.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason
What is an
to
annal?
believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the
Makes sense. I think
Territories.
Fenrir has been referenced to be Shiva, especially 14. I remember Fenrir was, I want to say, a boss fight in a dungeon related to Shiva in the original.
Jill granted Torgal his powers.
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened. Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
Get you.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
they brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
See what Vivian's got to say. Actually, you know, I want to talk to Mid for a sec. I want to know more about this character.
I'll pay you back, I promise.
Obviously, we don't go this way to find her. I don't know why I kept trying to go that way.
I think I'll wait till Mid's.
Did you say Mid's dungeon right there? I can't get it to zoom where I want it to, but I think it's literally calling it dungeon. Yep, it's literally calling it a dungeon.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
Guest. Who could we get as a guest?
For your trouble.
Lord Byron! Our uncle! Hello, actually, Uncle Byron!
Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
I'm sorry, he's so energetic, it's just cheery. Also makes me wonder, how the hell does the uncle know where the hideaway is? Did they tell him? Did they tell him? Twin side.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we...
You know, I'm sorry, the sheer idea that you can sue for peace always makes me laugh.
I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
She needs to die.
The blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
It's weird that he's smelling a flower.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my
This makes me wonder... Are we going to face Bahamut next? Or are we still got to finish off Titan? Because we have not finished Titan.
Your Radiance. I shall depart at once. May Grega forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Damn. Alright, on that note, this is where we're calling it for the night, guys. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed our show. Share, favorite, follow, like, spread it around. If you know others who'd be entertained by my show, send them my way. I'll happily entertain you all. Also, don't forget, subscribe. It can only help the channel. Until next time, Night Show on Flying.